Hi, in this video I'm going to be using this booklet to show you how to grow food in a small space that doesn't receive any sunlight. This is the corridor that I'll be designing. Here we are at sunlight. So assessing that space, I've got the option of high, medium or low. Low is less than 3 hours of direct sunlight. Now looking at that corridor, it is clear to me that it's going to be low. It definitely receives less than 3 hours of sunlight per day. Depending on which one I've ticked, I can then go to the associated pages. Many people think that you can't grow in an area that doesn't have much sunlight, but I've organized this so that you can understand that this isn't a limitation, it's actually an opportunity. For example, in low sunlight areas, you may not have thought about is that low light typically has stable temperature. So you don't have to worry about extreme heat or extreme cold. You're probably going to have longer moisture retention. Without sunlight to dry your plants, you're not going to have to water often. You will be dependent on artificial light, which isn't a bad thing. I remember growing my plants indoors while it was snowing outdoors, thanks to the artificial lights that I had, the grow lights. So let's have a look at the solutions for low light gardening. So stick to plants that naturally thrive in lower conditions. You can reflect light using mirrors or colored walls, reflective surfaces. Don't overwater because the soil dries more quickly. Dust the leaves so that they won't have trouble absorbing any light that you are able to provide. And move plants occasionally. You can, if you like to be hands-on with gardening, you can move your plants occasionally to that sunny window that you have, and that of course is optional. And then my favorite part, what plants can you grow in low light? I've given a few examples here: mint, parsley and spinach. Well, so as you can see, I've decided to some spinach here and I'm waiting for them to sprout. I also have some parsley growing here. This corner of my outdoor garden doesn't receive any sunlight whatsoever. It is completely shaded by the wall that I have here. And what I have thriving in this space is mint, because mint, as you'll know, can survive with low light. So I know that spinach thrives in low light because this is completely shaded out by my broccoli, which is flowering, and my cauliflower here in this 4x4. So it has been growing quite happily in this shaded, completely shaded corner of my raised bed garden, but I'm actually going to move it to the other. I can see that it thrives, but here it needs more space. So there you have it. I've gone through the advantages of growing without any direct sunlight. I've shown you what food you can grow. What I didn't go through is go through the houseplants that you can grow and also the specialty things you can grow like mushrooms. I've made this booklet to tackle a lot of the challenges that we face in urban environments, small spaces and apartment gardens. Don't just stop at sunlight. I've got the same guides for space, airflow, humidity and temperature. And if you're really stuck with what to grow, I've given you complete examples of a shaded patio or a low light indoor jungle. I've got a windowsill example, and I've also got a balcony herb garden. So I hope that this booklet is useful to you in your growing journey.